Now this has potential. One Piece chapter 741. So Oda is gonna kick this volume off with a bang as far as ending it, okay? Like, you get that moment where you have Usopp. He's just hearing all the cries of all these fairies as they're getting beat to death. And Usopp's like, yep, yeah, he's right. I'm a coward. Yep, spineless little bitch right here. Don't have any balls. Yep, that's correct. Yep, I'm just running. Yep, fuck that. Gotta get my tampons. Oh shit, wait a second. I actually grew a conscience. And in those few moments, Usopp's heart and his balls went from being eeny weeny weensy 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 to being the size of a respectable human being. And Usopp comes in that bitch, everything swinging, and he automatically says, he's like, look, you're right, they're gullible. You're right, they're dumbasses. But at the end of the day, I'm Usopp, the deadly, vicious sniper of the Straw Hat Pirates. And everyone's like, yeah, somebody's fighting back against Doflamingo's family. Somebody's fighting. It's been so long. I've been here 8 years. Nobody's done this. Wait, the Straw Hat Pirates are going to save us. And what's really cool about that is, like, Usopp, you can just tell as he keeps going, my dude's just finding himself. He's finding himself. And that's what I mean. Like, Usopp wasn't suckered in unintentionally like how he was in All Along Park, where he ended up fighting. This time, he actually chose to go back. Granted, he was kind of guilted into going back, but he went back. That's the important thing. He chose to go back. And what's so awesome about that is you got Nico Robin, and she's watching, and she can't really do anything. And Usopp, my dude's like, fuck it, yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. If you've seen Die Hard, John McClane's reference on that. But he's like, yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. He's not going anywhere. Usopp gets that shooting star, and he's like, look, I'm not the descendant of Nolan, but fuck this shit. If I were to die here and I die in a blaze of glory, I'm about to be your fucking hero, guys. You better build me a fucking statue right next to Nolan. Usopp goes back to what you got to look at when it comes to be human, right? Some people have different motivations. Some people, they chase success out of ambition. Some people chase success to fill a hole in themselves, and some people, they just do it for the fucking glory. And that's where Usopp is. He's like, fuck this shit. I've done some shitty stuff to you guys, but fuck it, I want that statue. And I can't knock the dude. I really can't knock the dude, because at the end of the day, he manned up. It might be for all the wrong reasons, but he manned up, and you gotta respect that. You got to respect that. And if he's able to pull off this win and turn the tables, Thunder Soldier, Kyros, he's got his sword and he's ready. He's like, this should be a good enough size to take down Doflamingo. He's just biding his time, dude. And I like the little flashback that we get. I really like the flashback. And that flashback is why I've said, like, hey, when it gets to a point for Oda to end this volume, he's going to end it with a fucking bang. But he's also doing what I was talking about in the last review about just checking down, moving the chains. Because he could have just as easily stepped the final fight where Luffy's like, fuck it, I'm going in. Doflamingo, prepare yourself. I didn't bring lube. You could have had a moment like that. But instead, Luffy's just waiting, and the stakes are being raised and raised and raised, and there's just more setup and more tension. And by getting more of the backstory with the Thunder Soldier and finding out who he was when he was a gladiator, what drove him to that point, by seeing that, it really makes you care for him. And again, it just makes you further hate Doflamingo. Because, at the end of this chapter, right, he says, I just wish that everyone would forget about me. And it's so cruel because that's essentially what happened. He got turned to a toy and everybody forgot who the fuck he was. His own daughter doesn't even recognize him. Like, that is so telling. That is so telling, man. That's so telling. That's, foreshadowing in the flashback for what's going to happen. And so it's setting up the tale of a tragedy. And I just love shit like this. There's no sugarcoating. I just love scenes and opportunities like this, because Oda's proven himself as a writer that he can actually pull this off. So I mean, this is interesting. Like, I like how he's like, those bastards, they killed my friends, and it just shows, like, at the end of the day, not every evil deed is made equally. There are different circumstances. You always have to look at the why. Don't look at how we got here. Don't look at what is in front of us. Look at why we actually got here. What caused the chain of events, the totality of circumstances. And, the king, he's like, yeah, what was violence out there is potential in here. And he's teaching them to focus and harness that rage that he was feeling. I mean, this dude was like a savage, beating his cellmates half to death, not eating. Dude was just a straight savage. And yet, when you look at it, there was a reason for it. He's being slowly shaped to take that anger, that viciousness, and channel it into something personal, something positive. He wins his 100 battles, and what should have been years, he does it in months. And then his victory rate just keeps going up and up and up. But as he's channeling all of this rage that he's feeling, you see the layers cracking. And I really feel as if King Riku, what he's doing is he's building him up over time to be a respectable man, to be the man that we have now. And I mean, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, man. Let me know what you guys think, though. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching all the way into the end. Have an awesome day, guys.